Alrighty, I've got to be quick with this. We're running out of time. So, some of the big players in the digital audio plugin world have been releasing all kinds of goodies over Christmas, which I'm seeing come up on my Facebook feeds, and people are telling me about, and there's some YouTube videos out there as well describing them. In this video, I want to talk about two Reverb plugins that have been given away over so it's the 2019 Christmas, 2019, 2020. I'm not sure how long these products are going to be available. So if I were you, if it's before December the 31st, 2019, have a look at these links. They may be available afterwards. I don't know. So there, as I say, the two Reverb plugins, one from Native Instruments, so it's obviously the big players, called Raum or something. Raum. There are links for these in the descriptions, and the other one is a spring reverb from Arturia. And you might think, oh, I've got a load of reverb plugins. These are pretty good, especially I'm very excited about the Arturia one. That looks great and sounds pretty good as well. Also, and the Native Instruments one is also fine. I've got some examples from the Volca sampler and the Volca modular. I've recorded into Reaper. So let's hear these reverbs on the Volcas, so you can hear and see what they look like.
Okay, first things first, let's take a look at the Arturia plate reverb. There we go. So as I say in the introduction, it looks great. I think they've done a really nice job on the sort of on the look of it. So we've got this kind of drive control here. There's 3 different models to choose from, and when you install this, there's a sort of walkthrough tutorial that it sort of explains what these kind of models do: decay time, wet dry, blend, width. There's a pre-delay, there's a filter, there's an extra sort of modulation, which I think is kind of like a chorus effect, and there's also some EQ as well. So looks great, a lot of nice different features, and what's quite nice as well is they've given you a few kind of presets to get you started. So that's what the Arturia looks like. We also have, let's take a look at Raum. I'm going to pronounce that Raum. Much simpler, much more of a simple cut, kind of in terms of the interface. Loads and loads of presets: creative, small, medium, large, echoes. Okay, so really loads and loads to get you started. This is I think this is wet dry, decay, pre-delay, feedback, diffusion, size. Yeah, this is what you'd expect from a reverb. Damping, module. I'm not sure what the modulation does. The amount of reverb, I guess, I don't know how that's different from mix. I suppose you could have, give me 50% of reverb but only half mix. So yeah, high cut and low cut. So the Native Instruments one, much more of a simple affair. So that's what they look like. Let's hear how they sound. Okay, let's just start with a Volca modular.
All right, I've got the Volca modular just in front of me here, as you can see. It's all patched up, so maybe I'll take a photograph. So what the patch is, I've got the upper right of the woggle going into fold, and the lower right of woggle going into mod. I'll do a schematic of what the patch is, and I've done a yeah, you see it's just down there. So this is what it sounds like. So I'll just record that into Reaper, so we got something to work with the reverbs.
Now I've put a delay on it, but I've kind of basically turned the delay off. So this is how it sounds. Let's just check the root. Yeah, so I've routed it to both reverbs, but I've muted those sends. Let's just hear how it's sounding completely dry. Okay, now let's hear the Arturia reverb. So I think that sounds pretty good, and I mean, come on, it's free. Now I think I was just playing with this earlier, and I think the spring reverb, the Arturia one, I spelt it wrong there. The Arturia one sounds sort of good on those kind of musical passages. We can just hear how the native instrument one sounds. Let's just take the reverb down a little bit. Try some creative ones. Let's try a medium reverb, interval. Yeah. So I think of the two, the Arturia one for sort of musical phrases, well, at least on using the Volca modular, really imparts a lot of character to the sound, where I think the Raum is a bit more of a kind of just a Swiss Army knife reverb, just generally just a decent working reverb to put on something. Alrighty, so we've got some Volca sampler here. It's completely dry. Yeah, I've muted the send.
We've now got the Volca sampler in front of me, so I'm just putting a drum beat into this, which kind of sounds like this. Cool. So let's get that into Reaper as well.
This is what it sounds like. Now, as I say, I was playing a little bit just before I started recording, and I reckon the native instruments reverb is a bit more useful, a bit more handy for drums. Oh, let's get it looping. dry, kick slap. You know, so just subtle. Crazy, dark model. Yeah, fine, absolutely fine. Wet, dry. I mean, I guess we can go crazy if you want. Right. Gotta be careful with reverb and drums. Once you can start hearing it, that's probably too much reverb. Alright, let's just have a listen to the spring reverb. Okay, I've got to send all the way up, it's kind of dumb. Oh, see, I just don't do it. And it's just way too much. That sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Wet, dry. Loads of drive. Complete. Now, does the drive impart any sound? Not hearing it. Subtle. Yeah, that's pretty good actually. Boom. In reality, you'd want to route it real wet, dry. Yeah, pretty nice. Anyway, I mean, as I say, I want to do this sort of get this out quickly. Give him, what is it, the 30th today, so time is pressing. So to get hold of these plugins, but yeah, I mean, they're free in it, so that's quite good. Okay, so I had the idea for this video a couple of days ago, but I saw in my YouTube feed just today, I think, the channel. Let's just check the name of this channel. The channel. Another producer has basically done this video, except he's done 4 plugins. There's another 2 sort of Christmas giveaways that I'm not going to cover in this video because it'd be too long, but I'm going to put a link to his video in my description, so go and have a look at that, because he goes through this Raum and Spring Reverb and say 2 others. So check out his video, check out his channel. Yeah, and any questions, drop them below. Cheers.